Good evening, everyone. I think I'm pretty well on time. Welcome, I'm Sue Gibbs. I'm a psychic medium and I work out of Adelaide, Richmond in Adelaide. I've done 2 of these before and I had so much success I was actually inundated with appointments, so it's only now that I can actually go back and revisit this again because I know that you all do like it. And one reason I'm doing this is just to, I'll take my glasses off because I think they're getting the light, is that I do a lot of phone readings and people really can't comprehend how I can actually channel with a phone reading, but I can. So what I do in this session is I will answer some of your questions and you will find that I'm actually bringing in spirit with the answers. They're not what I think, they're what spirit's telling me. So it's a good chance for you to get to know me. Good idea to go on this page later on and look at some of my recommendations that people have given me. I'm basically a spiritual channeler. You might ask me who I'm channeling. I'm really not quite sure. And I've got 2 spirits with me. Their names I'm not yet sure of, so I've been told by spirit I will know. Hi Joan and Carol, don't be scared to ask me some questions. Some people have already sent me some questions through, so I will answer them. Now, if you happen to be on my SMS list as a client, you would have got a lovely offer today, which I'm doing until the end of September. So I've reduced the cost of some of my readings, mainly because I know a lot of people are really struggling at present. I'm trying to give everyone a chance to have a reading. So I've reduced the half-an-hour readings down to $50. I can cover a lot in a half an hour. So if that's all the money you've got, you well and truly can get through a lot of things. And what I would recommend is that you actually write down some questions so that you make sure that everything that you want to know is getting covered. So that can be done by in-house here in Richmond or over the phone. I prefer not to do this face-to-face when I actually do readings, mainly because I am channeling and I won't look at you because I tend to look to the side or whatever when I'm channeling, and there's no point really us 2 being there looking at each other's faces. So half an hour for $50, $90 for an hour. It's usually $120. So get in quick because the phones have been going mad ever since I put it out there. If you do SMS me or message me days and times that you would prefer, and that way it'll make it easier for me. Yeah, get on board and that'll be good. So in coming weeks, I'm going to introduce lots of new things, get into crystals. I may even try and do some intuition, organise intuition workshop online if that's possible. I've got to look at how I can do that. I've run them several times here in Adelaide, Alice Springs and Darwin. So stay tuned, share my page to your friends, which would be really, really good. I'm going to start with the Sacred Power reading card to start off with. Now, if you're going to ask me a question, wait until I'm actually asking for them because I'll just go to the top and I'll miss it. And unfortunately, I did have another stand for my phone where I can actually sit a little bit closer to the phone, but do you think I could find it? No. So, the Sacred Power reading cards, I've just started using them when I do a reading, and I usually get a client to take one of these before the reading, and they seem to just set up where the direction of the reading is going. Hello everyone, great to see you all on there. Oh, this is a lovely one. I could actually relate to this one. Energy balance. If anyone's been talking to me in the last week, in particular, I've said I felt a little bit agitated and I didn't quite know why. I know we're going into the spring equinox, and what I think it is just all the energies happening, and with the ascension happening, our vibrations are going up as well. So in actual fact, I've actually had to really spend a lot of time on my own, and I knew that I had to do that for a reason. And it's about trying to balance your energy, and you know, it can be all over the place with everything that's happening on around the world at present. So I'm going to read it to you, and I will actually post it later on the site too, so you can actually have a better look at it. A balanced chakra system is vital for our well-being, which is affected by emotions and physical and spiritual issues. There are so many ways to balance your chakras. Chakra healing focuses on imbalances within the body, aligning you towards a harmonious flow of universal energy, revitalizing your spirit. Each chakra is connected to a part of the body, providing it with energy it needs to function. Every chakra also corresponds to a specific aspect of human behavior and development. Chakras can become blocked or imbalanced, and as we experience normal and irregular life events, even events dating back to birth. Right now, your physical health needs attention. Physical intervention is required. Make yourself a priority. Book a doctor's or appointment with an holistic practitioner now. Meditation, Reiki, yoga, and other healing therapies, including lifestyle adjustments, can assist in the cleansing of your chakras, rebalancing them from the congested state. This is so spot on for me. I don't know how many others of you that can actually resonate with this. You're indeed a healer at heart, and now is the time to heal yourself. Take control of your health now before the universe plans the intervention for you. Currently, you will benefit from energy balancing such as yoga, chakra clearing, meditations. Focus on the picture on the card. So, like I said, I'll post that later on. Which color is the mandalas stand out? This is the area you need to target and to achieve balance at that moment. So in the book, which I said I'll actually put up later on after this, it's got all the chakras there so you can have a little look. Now, I've actually been going, I'm a healer myself, a spiritual healer. So if any of you need, if you live in South Australia, you can come for a healing. I have some remarkable results from it, and that's how I know I do heal, because my clients do give me very, very, very positive feedback. I've been seeing a lady the last 3 weeks because I find it hard to heal myself, and it was funny enough, I think my throat chakra was out, and when she was healing me I could actually feel it going backwards and forwards, and I think hence why I'm back here, back online. I suppose that was blocked and now it's unblocked, and now I feel confident again to do what I'm doing here. So what I'll do is I'll start asking some questions. Now, Candice, you said you inboxed. Probably can't read it if it's because I'm using the phone now, so you might want to write it down again. Hi, Alicia. How's the little baby? Alicia's just had another baby girl. She's got 3 little ones. Alicia and her mum were pupils of mine, and I think of her mum with great love. She's since passed away, unfortunately. Right, the first one I've got here is from Nikki, and Nikki's asked about her future career, what her future career is going to do. What I will quickly say, anyone that asks me a question, can you actually, Mary, you've just inboxed, you can't inbox a question, you've got to actually write it down, otherwise, through this, otherwise, I won't get it. Just say whoever's there for your highest good, give them permission to come through and channel through me. That's how I work. I'm not one of these people that waltzes around and just gives people advice without their approval. I particularly don't like other people that say they're spiritual or whatever, and they'll walk up to someone and say, I see this and this and this. You really should ask for permission before you do anything like that. I learnt the hard way, by the way. All right, Candice, I'm just seeking some guidance on my love life and the person I met. Okay, I'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, Alicia, I saw that about your mum's name. Is your daughter's middle name, which is lovely. All right, I'll get on with the questions. So I'll get back to that in a minute, Candice. I'm just going to write that down so I don't forget. So I've already got some questions here, so hold off for a little while with your questions because I better get through all these first. I'm only going to do it for half an hour today. Reason being, I actually had a dental appointment this afternoon. I was in the chair for nearly 2 hours, so my mouth's a little bit sore on my tongue. He actually did cut it a little bit, but never mind. So Nikki, first, your future career. What I'm getting for you, Nikki, with your future career is that you're going to change directions. You probably don't want me to say that, but you're actually going to change directions of where you're going. It's like you've been going one way and thinking this is the way you want to go, and that's why in some ways you've found that it's been a bit of a slog and you're not getting total happiness. sometimes I feel like you've actually got your head and you've been banging it against a brick wall. I also feel in your career that you've actually come up along against some people that really haven't been that nice, or I suppose supportive in where you want to go. In saying that, Nikki, you need to know that what you want you can have. Don't listen to other people. So you know what you want deep down. Go for it. What often happens, you can say to someone, oh, you know, I would like to be, or an example, so I'd like to be a doctor. And they look at you and say, well, you know, how could you be a doctor? Well, you probably could be a doctor. So what I'm picking up for you is that there's some people around you that are quite negative. So you need to keep some things within yourself and just have your goal and do what you need to get there. I do feel that you need to do a bit of study though, but you're going to get there, love. I can feel it. Well, when I say feel it, that's what Spirit's telling me when I say feel it. So write down clearly what you want to go, and don't let anyone change that direction for you, because I think you're going to get into a bit of trouble if you do that. Teresa asks me, will I improve? Teresa. What I'm picking up for you is it's been a long struggle for you. What I'm also, see if someone comes up with some sort of strange, you know how when you get sick or whatever, everyone comes up with all these things to try. I feel there's something coming out for you that will help you, or something that you're not seeing. So just what I'm getting is that Spirit is giving you some advice, but you're not necessarily listening to it, or you're not wanting to go down that track. But Spirit's saying that they can't do it all on their own, trying to help you. There needs to be some intervention by someone else. It's going to be a slow process, but I actually feel that you can come out of this a lot healthier than what you have been. I'm gathering it is your health, because that's what I'm picking up for you. I feel you've got a lot of support and a lot of love around you, which keeps you going, but there just seems to be something else you just haven't quite tried yet. So just go back and see what people have recommended to you. It could even be getting a second opinion. Sometimes people put you in boxes and say, this is what you've got and this is how you're going to treat it, and there's no cure or whatever else. So I just feel that you just need to get another opinion on that. I hope that has helped you. Now, Nadine has asked, does Spirit have any messages for you? Well, I'm going to give you a little hint. Spirit has messages for all of us. And what I teach and how I've learned it is Spirit, when they're talking to you, it's usually those whispery thoughts. So all you really need to do is start listening to those whispery thoughts. And it could be, you might be doing the dishes, or you might be driving in the car. It's an example of, you'll suddenly think, oh, I must go and ring so-and-so, and you ring them up and they say, oh, I was just thinking of you. It's very similar to that. So Nadine, I think they've been trying to give you some messages, but you're actually not listening. And when we talk about Spirit, you know, you've got your angels, you've got your guardian angel, your archangels, you've got your ascended masters, you've got, you know, lots of echelons of different spirits that can be giving you messages, and plus those that have passed over. I do feel that you've got a female figure around you that is helping you, but what they're saying is you don't always listen. I feel, Nadine, sometimes with you, you're your own worst enemy because you overthink things. So Spirit's trying to come through with a message for you, but you say, no, I can't do that, or that's too hard, or whatever else. I think if you start, what they're saying, if you start meditating, I don't know if you already are, but continue with your meditation, even if it's only 17 minutes a day, and you might find that you're going to start picking up some of those things from Spirit a little bit easier than what you have been. Right, so let's see if there's some messages here. Ricky, what do I see for you? Your questions are fine, but you might want to sort of try to narrow them in a little bit. What I see for you, I can actually see some doors opening for you. So I don't know, it's a bit like recently you've had some doors shut in your face. So I don't know if something's happened work-wise. It's like all I can see is these doors shutting. but then I see 2 double doors just opening. So I actually see that you've got some new beginnings starting. You're going to have a bit of fear around those new beginnings, but you just need to take small steps and Spirit will help you through it. When you start to take those small steps going forward, don't think that that's where you've got to be for your whole life. At present, they're just asking you take the small steps forward and then everything will follow through. Hi, Jane. Good to see you. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Abby again, about your love life. And Candace asked about a love life too. So I'll do Abby first and then I'll get to Candace. Look, girls, what I've found, as some of you might have seen, that on the internet there's lots of people doing live things, you know, for your star signs or whatever, and most of them are about love. What I've discovered, they seem to all say about the same thing about nearly every star sign there is. So just be a little bit careful there. I'm actually going to start doing live ones, but I'm not going to so much do your star signs, but I'm going to do it either on work, love, and just general, because I think, you know, there's more than love life that you need a bit of help with. But with your love life, what I'm getting is like it's rolling along. I don't know. I'm trying to think what they're trying to show me with it's rolling along. Okay. What I'm picking up here is a little bit like a mouse on a, you know, mouse in a cage that goes around and around and around and around. It's time that you jumped off. So I think whether or not there's some same patterns with your love life that you've been doing. So what it's saying is you need to try something different. If you have a partner, I'm not quite sure if you do, I'm seeing boredom. It's like there's a bit of boredom. So whether or not you, with who you're with, you're a bit bored, or you're a bit bored just trying to find someone. But what they're saying is that you've got to do things a little bit differently. I hope that has helped. Candace, you want to know about your love life? Oh, Candace, what are they telling me? I'm feeling with you that you're losing a little bit of self-confidence in yourself. What you need to know, there's nothing wrong with you. You are loved. You are lovable. I feel like someone's put you down, and that's playing a bit of mind games with your head. Get it out, because whoever said whatever they said to you, if I am right, they're actually looking at themselves, not at you. And often when you're in a relationship and people can say some hurtful things to you, often it's them reflecting on themselves. I really feel like there's someone, if you haven't got someone in your life, I can see someone that's probably going to come into your life soon, and I actually feel they're going to be a little bit younger than you. So watch out. I hope that has helped. Oh, Ricky, thank you. This did resonate with you. That's good. Marie, is there any messages for me regarding new love life, please? What I'd like to say with you, Marie, is it's about self-love. It's a little bit similar to Candace, actually, a little bit different. I think Candace's was more about, I think someone's upset her and hurt her, and it's sort of wobbled her off her own self-confidence. With you, it's about your self-love. I feel that you're not looking high enough. You're not looking at put it this way, sometimes you might accept things because you think that's all you deserve. Well, I'm telling you, you deserve a lot more, and there is a lot more for you. Just be patient with it as well. I feel with you, I don't know if you, I don't know, I've probably done a reading for you. I don't know if I have. But I feel like you don't tend to show your full self. So when you're actually with someone, you tend to adapt yourself to how that person is. And after a while, you get sick of that. And then everything starts to fall to pieces. You've got to learn to be your authentic self. And then you will find the right person. If you haven't, even if you've got a person now, all I'd say is the best thing you can do is you've got to be your authentic self. If you can't be your authentic self, you need to change it, because you'll get sick of being someone that you're not really. Hi, Norma. Lovely. Anything for you? I'm getting like lovers in the air, so I'm hoping like everything's going quite well for you at present. I think spring's going to be really good for you. I think with the sun and just being out, and I think, you know, whether or not a lot of the horses are now having foals, I'm not sure. I feel like you're about to go through a rebirth, actually. That's the word I'm getting. You've still got that elderly man, your old boss that you had back in Ireland. It is Ireland, I think you came from, not Scotland, Ireland. He came through straight away as soon as I said your name. So he's obviously watching over you. I think this is going to be a really big next 12 months for you. I feel you're someone that can really put all this COVID thing out of your mind and just still resonate with what you're doing and what you want to do. You know, it's in saying that, by the way, I'd like to say hello to everyone in Victoria, you poor things. My heart goes out for you, and hopefully life will get a little bit easier for you. And that was one reason why I actually put the special out too. And I have had a lot of inquiries from Victoria. Stacey, what have you got here? I says, I don't know if you saw my message. Are you able to let me know how my business will go that I have just stuck into? Stacey, no, I didn't see your message. Sorry. Actually, when I do these, you may be better off SMSing me on my phone. If you have pencil and paper, you can write it down. It's 0409677056. I'll give it out again later. That way, if I happen to go on live on Facebook and you're messaging me, the messages might not be coming. Stacey, your business. With your business, I feel, look, I've had businesses myself. And you've got to realise the first 3 years in business are always the hardest. You're going to feel at some stage that you're doing a lot of work and not getting much back for it, but you've got to look at it long term. I really feel, I'm not quite sure what the business is, but I feel like you're going to find out there's something not quite what you want in it, and you're going to add something else to it. But I really feel you're really nervous about it. I can pick that up. There's just, look, I'm not going to say something that I don't feel. I'm feeling there's something there that's not quite right. I'm not quite sure what it is. And as you know, I'm not a person that will say something just for the sake of saying it. It's a bit like years ago I started selling soaps at a market, because that's what I was doing readings. And then I soon discovered I wasn't making much profit from them. So then I started selling jewellery and things like that, so I could make more money. It's similar to that for you. It's just something else that you've got to tweak to get the money coming through. You're one that probably could do with a reading. Renee, do you have any of my messages of advice for me, particularly in the upcoming months? Thank you, Renee. Perseverance I'm getting for you. Try not to think too far ahead. Just take week by week. What I'm feeling for you, Renee, you're jumping ahead, and you're sort of trying to live in 6 months' time where you need to be living now. I do feel there's something around work that is coming for you. Once again, I'm feeling you're really nervous about things too. You're up in the air. I mean, and I can understand that a lot of people are feeling a little bit unsettled, especially with changes in JobKeeper and JobSeeker and things like that. So the Spirit's just told me you've got to change direction in something you're doing. That's about all I can tell you from that. But there's some changes, but there's a change of direction for the better. But what they want you to do is not to think too far ahead. Oh, that's good, Norma. Stacey, photography, good. Okay, all right. So Stacey, with your photography, I would then say what you're honing in on in a special area, you're going to go into another area with it as well. Okay. And it might be just something to help bring the money in. something a bit boring or something like that than what you really want to do. Hi Mel, I'm well, thank you, other than my sore mouth. Any other questions? Hi Sally, have you got to see your fella yet? It's been a long time. I've got one here from Peter, and he wanted to know, will he reconnect with his children again? Thanks, Nikki, that I'm right. At least I'm seeing the ones I'm saying, people are saying I'm on track, so that's good. Well, Peter, all I can say is, as your children mature, they too know that we can all make mistakes. So I think going forward, yes, you will reconnect with them. I think it's just been a bit of a stubborn thing with them. And I also feel probably your ex is the one that's poisoned their mind a little bit. And like I said, with maturity and with you opening up and saying, look, I'm always here for you, I do love you, I do feel that will come together again. Right, come on, give me some questions. Now, for those of you that have come on, you might have heard when I started, I have got a special on at present, and it's only for readings to the end of September. 30 minutes for $50, which is usually $70, an hour for $90, which is usually $120, and I can slip in a 45-minute one there too. I'm mainly doing that so people that I know that are struggling with money, that at least they can have a half-hour reading if they can't afford an hour one. Nicole, do you have a message for you? You should ask me more specific questions, but I'll just see what I can get for you, Nicole. Nicole, have you been feeling a bit down lately? What I'm seeing for you is what Spirit is showing me. Now the questions are rolling through, so if you've put something there, you might have to keep it going around if I haven't answered it for you. So what I'm seeing for you is you need to pick yourself up. I don't know. I just say what I can see, but I'm wondering if you've been sort of lazing around a bit in the old track pants, etc., not taking care of yourself and not wanting to go out. I'm picking up you're a bit down in the dumps, love. You can, if that is the case, you can private message me and I'll put you on to some things that you can listen to on YouTube, which is good. Most of you may know I do follow Hicks Channels Abraham. Brilliant if you're feeling down and you need to change your way of thought, and it's all about manifestation, and it's good, it's great to listen to. Anything you've got, you just put Hicks Channels Abraham if you want for your love life, Hicks Channels Abraham for anxiety or whatever. Sally, just wondering, will my son's memorial go ahead? I don't know if it's going to go ahead as you wished it to go ahead. I think there's going to be a bit of a heartbreak as far as that goes. It will go ahead. There's going to be some tweaking, or you may even change the date on that. I'm not really sure. I'm just getting my stomach's quite nervy about it, so I'm just thinking that, yeah, if you really want it to be what you really want, I don't know, I think there's just a few changes you might have to make. Sally, I think I'm talking to the wrong Sally before when I said about have you caught up with your partner. Sally, this is a different Sally Shakespeare I'm talking to now. Your grandmother is always happy with whatever decision you make, because she helps you make those decisions. And like I've just said before, when you get those whispery thoughts that come through, that spirit talking to you, and she had to keep telling you that you have, that's great to hear. That's great to hear, Sally. you're following her decision. That's why you have made the right decision. So you don't have to ask for her approval, because yes, you are doing the right things. Joan Smith, a little message for you. I feel there's been some sadness around you lately. I feel also you've been a little bit indecisive about some things. Stop worrying about what I'm getting for you is stop worrying about what everyone else thinks. You need to make some decisions, and you're trying to keep too many people happy. You can't do it. Jane, I can't get to your message, so you might have to, Jane Carla, I can't get to your message, so rewrite it. Sorry, love. Once they've gone over, they flip through, I can't get back to them. Well, I probably can, but I don't know how to. Hello, Brenda. Okay, your mum came into your dream the other week. That's brilliant. That happens to me. Look, she came just to let you know she's there. I often have dreams of people that have passed over, and then that same day or the next day, either someone rings me from their family or I bump into them. It's happened to me time and time again. Mum's just letting you know that she is around. Unfortunately, what you've probably been doing is that you've been asking Mum for some help, and she's not. Usually the people that pass over can help you as far as giving you some advice, and that's those little thoughts that come through. But often they can't physically do things for you. So I would say she's just letting you know she's there, and she's supporting you, and not, I think sometimes you worry about what will Mum think. Mum just wants you to be happy. That's all she wants. Jane, all right, I'm really bad at working Friday, concerned about Mum and baby I've been looking after. Do you have any insights? Jane, the biggest message I can give you is, number one, everyone's got their life lessons to learn. You can't learn it for them. What I am seeing, that if someone is either going to harm themselves or harm someone else, or they're not thinking clearly, then you need to step in and take some sort of action. But if they're just not being very nice or whatever else, there's not a lot you can do, unfortunately. I think the mother, perhaps, that she's not hasn't got postnatal depression, has she? If she has, you probably need to get on to that. I'm just wondering if that's what she's got. Jane, you can private message me if you want to later. You've got my number as well. Right, Gabrielle, this is a question she sent through. What should I do with my twin flame who goes hot and cold re friendship and marriage? Well, twin flames are one of the hardest ones to have relationship. Yes, exactly. I did let someone know. Okay, good. Twin flames are hard to have relationships with because you've got such a strong energy and a strong connection, but unfortunately not in every linear lifetime are we together with that person. So what happens, it's like, you're like a magnet together, and so we always look at it as if we should be with them, but we can't be with them in every lifetime. So it's really hard to actually have a relationship with them sometimes. So then you break up, but because the energy's like two magnets, then you get back together, and it can basically really do your head in. So you can usually only have one twin flame. You can have more, but in a lifetime you may only come across one. You can have a lot of different soulmates. Some people think you only have one, but you can have female, you can work colleagues or whatever. But the twin flame is a really difficult one to, if the relationship's not working out, it's really, really hard to separate. But you need to do it for your sanity quite often. So I hope that's helped you. Tracy, have I chosen the right career path? Your career path for now is the right one. You're doing the right thing. Now, people think, and this is where it's so hard for kids that are even in year 11 and 12, where they're trying to work out their career for the rest of their lives and they don't know what they really want to do, and it's you know, it's a difficult one. Well, you're happy right now with your career path, so stay on it. It doesn't mean that if you decide to change it in 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, that's wrong. If you know how many careers I've had in my life, you would be astounded. And a lot of them I really, really enjoyed. So especially these days, people change careers. So don't get too caught up in saying, am I doing the right thing? If you're enjoying what you're doing, enjoy it for now, and you never know. I do feel something else further down the track is going to come up for you, but don't look too far in advance. See you, Jane. Right, who else has got another question for me? Hi, Susie. Can you see any change with relocation occurring in the next 3 months, please? Thank you, Liz. I'm getting it's not going to happen in the next 3 months. Mainly because there's, I don't know what it is, but there's something getting in the way from that change. And it can be just your own mindset about changing it. There will be changes, but I don't think it's going to happen in the next 3 months. Sorry about that. Lauren, hi Susie, any insight into love life for me from your guides? Lauren, what I got told was, I think you choose the wrong people sometimes. What I'd like you to do is write down what you want in a relationship and what you don't want, and be pretty spot on that when you're actually excuse me, when you're with someone or you meet someone, treat it like a job interview. Because what I feel with you is that you meet someone, you think it's going to work, and then further down the track, you realise they've either got some habits you don't like, or they haven't got the same interest you've got. And I feel like you just need to hone in a bit more, because you're getting disappointed all the time. So write down a list about what you want in a man, and what you things that you don't want and that you do want. It will happen. Excuse me. I do feel there's someone coming in, and he's going to be different to what you've actually... He, she, I don't know, but it's he or she. Going to be different to what you've had before. Excuse me. I should have had my puffer. Krista, yes, you are ready to retire. Retiring from work is really hard, because, it's hard to say goodbye to a pay packet. But I think what's happened in the last year is that we've all worked out what's important to us in our life, and having fun, enjoying it, doing as much as possible while we can is important. It's not so much how much money you got in the bank. So yes, you can. How are we going for time? Oh, I've gone over, haven't I? That's probably why I'm starting to cough. All right. So I'm going to leave it there. I will hopefully be back next week. I'll let you all know. But perhaps try and get your questions to me earlier. And that way I haven't got them rolling around. Remember my special, $50 for a half an hour reading. And $90 for an hour. My mobile, you're probably better going through my mobile, 040 96 77 056. You can give me some times and dates you prefer. And that special is until the end of this month, so it's only really the rest of this week and some of next week. I'm Margaret, and yeah, lovely to have talked to you. And if I find some messages that I haven't answered tonight, I'll write them down and make sure I do it next week. So let's make it this time next week as well, and tell your friends. Have a lovely week. God bless.